Blessed devotees, on this penultimate moment and morning, when once more we focus our minds and our thoughts on the continuance of every aspect of our daily life and existence, as this morning, in a very, very, very somber frame of mind, we greet the dawn of the new year 2023. And so, I invite all of you to please stand and to stand with me this morning in the ashram as I offer prayer and salutations to the commencement of this year at the feet of the beautiful Maha Ganapati. Hari Om. Sri Ganesh Bhagavanabhyo Namo Nama. Sri Saraswati Devi Matayebhyo Namo Namaha. Guru Charana Kamalyebhyo Namo Nama. Sri Radha Rani Devi Matayebhyo Namo Namaha. To Sri Gajananda Swami, by whose grace the dumb becomes eloquent, by whose grace the crippled shall cross mountains, and by whose grace we commence this year in His name, fully giving thanks and praises to the beautiful Ganapati. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Hari Sarvadha. Om Sarvakareshu Hari Sarvadha. एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो धन्ति प्रचोदयात्. ओम तन्नो धन्ति प्रचोदयात्. नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भास्मांगरघाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगंबराय तस्मै वकाराय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय. कर्पूर गौरम करुणा अवतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसंतम हृदये रविंदे भवम भवामी सहितं नमामि. ओम भवम भवामी सहितं नमामि. With hands clasped. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namaha. अष्टविनायक नमो नमः. जय गणपति बापा मोरिया. बोल.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः. सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्टविनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बापा मोरिया.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः.
सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः.
गम
गणपतये नमो नमः. सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्टविनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बापा मोरिया.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः.
सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः.
गम गणपतये
गणपतये नमो नमः
सिद्धिविनायक
नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया
हम गणपतये नमो नमः
सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः
अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया ओम गणपति बाबा
मोरया
ओम
गणपति बाबा मोरया
ओम
गणपति बाबा मोरया।
श्री गणेश भगवान महाराज की जय। With hands clasped, we offer salutations to the beautiful and divine Sri Mahavishnu Lakshmi Mata. Hari Om. Shantakaram bhujagashyainam Parmanabhyam Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam Subhangyam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Vidhyan Gamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavaiharanam Sarvaloke Kanatanam Shuklam Varadhanam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prachanda Varano Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Vashantaye Saraswati Namostubhyam Varde Kama Rupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Devo Maheshwara Gurura Eva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namo Namaha Om Tasmai Sri Guruve Namo Namaha. Blessed devotees, please join with me in the divine arti and the garlanding of our beautiful patron saint, Sri Hanumanji. And while we sing the arti, we will also garland our Panchmukh Murti. Everyone. Bajrangabali Hanuman ki jai! महावीर स्वामी की जय! पंचमुख भगवान महाराज की जय! आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट ढलन रघुनाथ कला की हो आरती की जय हनुमान बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की
हो
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट धरन रघुनाथ दयाल
बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान
जय जय मल्यकादिनी सुगंधिनी मलत्रादिनी वै प्रभु मया हृतानि पूजनार्थं पुष्पान् समर्पयामि। ओम हं हनुमते नमो नमः। जाके बल से गिरिवर थापी जाके बल से गिरिवर आपे, रोग दोष से जाके निकट नहीं जानती।
आरती की जय हनुमान, आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, दूत नयन रघुनाथ दया। आरती की जय हनुमान,
बोलो बोलो,
आरती की जय हनुमान लाती,
राधे
आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, दूत नयन रघुनाथ दयानी। आरती की जय हनुमान।
अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाये, अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाये, संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाय।
आरती की जय हनुमान,
दे धीर रघु नाथ पताये,
दे धीर रघु
नाथ
पताये,
लंक झरी हरि सुरी लाए। आरती की जय हनुमान,
आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, दुष्ट नयन रघुनाथ दयानी।
बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान,
पवन पुत्र बजरंग बली हनुमान की जय। लंघ सकोत समुद्र सिखाए, लंघ से खोत समुद्र सिखाए, जात पवन सुत बार चलाए।
आरती की जय हनुमान,
लंक झरी असुर संहारे, लंक झरी असुर संहारे, सिया राम जी है काज सवार।
आरती की जय हनुमान,
बोल
आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, आरती की जय हनुमान लाती, दुष्ट नयन रघुनाथ दयानी। आरती की जय हनुमान,
लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे सखारे, लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे
सखारे,
लाए सन जीवन प्राण उबारे। हो
आरती की जय हनुमान,
बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, आरती की जय हनुमान लला की। दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की, आरती की जय हनुमान।
भाई भुजा असुर धल मारी, भाई भुजा असुर धल मारी, दहिनी भुजा हरि संत जन आरी।
आरती की जय हनुमान,
सुर नर मुनि आरती उतारे, सुर नर मुनि की
आरती उतारे।
बोलो जय जय जय
हनुमान गोसाई, आरती की जय हनुमान।
बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, आरती की जय हनुमान लला की। दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ दया की,
बोलो
आरती की जय हनुमान।
lovely कंचन तार कपूर लौ चाहे, आरती करत हरि अंजनी माए। कंचन तार कपूर लौ चाहे,
आरती की जय हनुमान।
जो हनुमान जी की आरती उतारे, जो हनुमान जी की
आरती उतारे।
बसी वैकुंठ परम पर आए।
आरती की जय हनुमान,
बोल
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, आरती की जय हनुमान लला की। दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ दया की, आरती की जय हनुमान।
आरती की जय हनुमान, आरती की जय
हनुमान,
आरती की जय हनुमान। Please lift your hands and pass it over आरती। बजरंगबली हनुमान की जय। Kindly join your hands together, everyone. Salutations to Sri Hanuman ji. निश्चय प्रेम प्रतीतते, विनय करे सन्मान। तहि के कारज सकल शुभ रे, सिद्धि करे हनुमान। लाल देहि लाली लसी, अरुधर लाल लंघोर। भद्रदेव धनवधलन हरि। जय 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 कपीशूर। मंगल मूर्ति मारुत नंदन, सकल मंगल मूल निखंडन। पवन तनय संतन हितकारी, हृदय विराजत अवर विहारी। रामधूताय विद्महे वायुपुत्राय धीमहि, तनु हनुमत प्रचोदयात्। ओम तनु हनुमंत प्रचोदयात्। बोले श्री बजरंग बली हनुमान की जय। सब कोई जय जय सीताराम। प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स devotees. Blessed devotees, beautiful children of God, Swagatam and welcome this morning. As we sit in prayer and as we sit in worship and as we sit together as a family to offer salutations to the universe, as we offer His beautiful prayer, I invite you to join your hands together and join me in one moment of beautiful invocation. You working? Hari Om. Yam Brahma Vedanta Vidu Varanti, Param Pradhanam Purushantatani, Vishwagate Karamahishwaram Ma, Tashmai Vakaraya Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Karpura Gauram Karuna Avataram, Sansara Saram Bhujagendaharam, Sada Vasantam Hinaye Vinde, Bhavam Bhavami Sahitam Namami. Om Bhavam Bhavami Sahitam Namami. May the beautiful universe give its darshan to all of us. As we have commenced Havan Pujan, Brahmachari Shivananji, I invite you all to join with me in the most beautiful invocation to Bhavani Devi Mata Krishna. We offer this beautiful pratna to the beautiful mother.
ओम सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी, भक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी, मंत्रामूर्ति सदा देवी, महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। जय जय जगत जननी भवानी हो राम, भवानी हो राम चल बारदानी। जय जग जननी भवानी। जग जननी भवानी ओ रामा भवानी ओ रामाय चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी जगमग 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 ज्योति विराजे ज्योति विराजे हे जपिता पानी धानी हो रामा निकानी हो रामा चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी दुखहरणी दुखहरणी सुख संपत भरणी संपत भरणी हरण सकल कल्याणी हो राम हरण सकल कल्याणी कल्याणी हो रामा चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी नहीं माया गमा महिमा गम अपार तुम्हारे शेष सुरेश न जानी शेष सुरेश न जानी हो राम मन जानी हो रामय चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी जय जग जननी भवानी हो रामय चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी जय जग जननी भवानी हो राम जय जग जननी भवानी हो राम चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी जय जग जननी भवानी हो राम चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी जय जग जननी भवानी हो रामा भवानी हो रामाय चल भरदानी जय जग जननी भवानी
बोली स्त्री भवानी देवी माता की जय. My dear devotees, this morning in our ashram, for how many years gone by, we have always featured our young sons and daughters in our ashram who have gone forward in life to become very successful in all their professional fields and in all their professional undertakings. Many are the young girls who have come to this ashram and contributed on a New Year's morning in so many different fields and in so many different ways and in so many different aspects of their personal development. This morning, it is my intention to send to Trinidad and Tobago a message that's been carried live on our Facebook page, El Socorro Mandir, the Krishnam family. Has been carried live, compliments of Kamal Ratan and Classic Radio, Krishna and Kavita on their television station that they are here. And so it is my intention this morning to feature 3 beautiful daughters of the Munesar family from Canary Street in Philippines, in South Trinidad, Donkan village. And to commence the year, I first want to send a message to young boys and girls of how important it is to develop the skills of art. Don't develop the skills of how well you can use a gun. Don't develop the skills of how well you can ride a bicycle and sell drugs on the side of the street. Don't develop the skills of how well you can rob and murder and brutalize and terrorize people. But develop the skills that are essential to promote culture and art. And we must not just speak about it. In the year 2023, we have to share a message to our country of how important it is that the young child and the young children in our country understand the development of themselves and the development of their minds through art and culture. This morning, I want to begin the year with a beautiful invocation dance. Have we gotten it correct, right? A beautiful invocation dance, Bharatnatyam dance, dedicated to the country and dedicated to all of us. Dance carries a message of its own. Dance carries a language of its own. Dance carries a rhythm of its own. But dance carries with it, at every juncture in life, the harmony of man's body, spirit, soul, actions and thinking through one's body to the higher regions of life. This morning, I invite you to join with Charita Munesa in this beautiful invocation dance, after which we'll offer our prasad. Let's give her a round of applause. Beautiful invocation dance for all of us to commence the year. My dear devotees, as we so offer our prasad, and as we greet the new year, this morning, in the first part of my message to all of you this morning, and on this new year dawn, I say to every one of you, and wherever I'm being heard and viewed throughout the world, time rolls on. And that is because of the command of the indestructible Lord. The indestructible being. The Paramatma. Minutes, hours, days and nights stand apart. Stand apart. But by the command of the immortal Brahman, months, years, seasons, everything stands apart. He who knows this indestructible being is liberated and is a liberated sage or Jivan Mukt. But I tell you this, I tell you all this, time rolls on. Listen carefully. Time rolls on. New becomes old, and old becomes new again. New becomes old, and old becomes new again. Time rolls on. Today is most auspicious. Today is the most auspicious New Year day. And you know why it is auspicious? You know why? You know why it's auspicious? Because God has given you another chance this year to enable you to strive for your salvation. Very, very, very simple. It's auspicious because God has given you another chance this year to enable you to strive for your salvation. You know, this morning, 12:30 a.m., 12:30 this morning, from 11:30 p.m., I sat with my two dogs. Guruma and I. And while sitting there, you know, I said to myself, you know, God has given you another chance this year, Brahm, to enable you to strive for your salvation. You see, today man is, think, all of you sitting here, think of how you have wasted your life. So many who have wasted their lives. The 600 people who have died at the hands of assassins. Think of how those people who assassinated them, think of how they have wasted their life. Because they never realize that when the new year comes, God gives them a chance to strive for their salvation. Today man is, tomorrow he is not. In this new year, today man is, tomorrow he is not. Therefore, this morning I say to all of you listening to me, all of you viewing me, I say to all of you, avail yourself of this golden opportunity. Struggle and reach the goal of life. Make the best of every moment of this new year. Unfold all latent faculties. here is a chance to begin life anew. Every one of you. Cristiano, do you think they will understand me, son? Winchester? Here is a moment that I ask you to make the best of every moment of this new year. Struggle hard, reach the goal of life. Unfold all the latent faculties. Here is a chance to begin life anew, to grow, evolve. And here is an opportunity for you to become a superhuman or a great personality. A great personality. That is what this day means. That is what this day stands for. That is how I saw this day. 1:30 a.m. this morning, when I hugged my Una and when I hugged my Kyra. In the midst of all the noise and the sound and the lights and everything else, today is a day to grow and evolve. If you have not done it in the past 12 months, begin to do it today. My dear friends, on this glorious New Year day, make a strong resolve to wipe away all the old worldly vastness and tendencies and bad impressions that controls and destroys the senses and the minds. I say to you this morning, and I say to all of you this morning, please know the value of time. Please know the value of time. Please know the value of time. Let me stop here for a moment. Let us stand. Let us offer our prasad.
आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की
जय। आज the आरती by Krishna.
आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। बोल आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की जय। गले में भजनती माला माला, भजावे मुरली मधुर भाला भाला। श्रवण नंद कागन नंद, नंद की नंद श्री आनंद कंद, मोहन ब्रिज चंद राधिका रमन बिहारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी
जय।
आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की
जय। जहन ते प्रगट भाई गंगा
गंगा
कलुष कली हरणी श्री गंगा
गंगा
स्मरण से ओत मोत भंगा
गंगा
वसी शिवशी जता के भी हरे अगति चरण धवि श्री बनवारी की
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी
बोल बोल बोल
आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की
बोल ओम ब्रह्म अर्पणम ब्रह्म हवीर ब्रह्म गुणो ब्रह्मणाहुतम ब्रह्मेव तेन ग्रंथव्य ब्रह्म कर्मा समाधिन ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः। गोविंद जय जय
जय गोपाल जय
जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
राधारमण
हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधारमण
हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद
जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद
जय जय गोपाल
जय जय गोविंद राधे भगवान महाराज की जय। Please join your hands together. Let us give thanks to the entire universe, from which everything has come, to which we receive everything from, and to which everything will return to. Let us offer prarthana and prayer to that beautiful energy, that timeless state. Om Bhurabhuvasvah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Om Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Om Yo Yona Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatridam Namah Om Bhurabhuvasvah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Om Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Om Dhyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatridam Namah Om Bhurabhuvasvah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Om Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Om Dhyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatridam Namah Sri Hanuman Baba Gayatri Om Ramadutaya Vidmahe Vayuputraya Dhimahi Tanu Hanumat Prachodayat Swaha Om Baladevaya Bhyo Namo Om Sundar Devaya Namo Swaha Om Ajar Devaya Namo Swaha Om Amar Devaya Namo Swaha Om Bajranga Bali Namo Swaha Om Hanumate Namo Swaha Om Hanumantaya Namo Swaha Om Mahavir Swami Namo Swaha Om Shankar Suvan Keshanandan Swaha Patala Devaya Namo Swaha Ajar Devaya Namo Swaha Amar Devaya Namo Swaha Om Pavan Putra Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha Sargum Vaipudam Swaha Sargum Vaipudam Swaha Sargum Vaipudam Swaha. God bless all. Please take your seats, devotees. My dear devotees, beautiful divine children, know the value of time. On this morning, I said to you, time is most precious. Utilize every second wise and profitable. Utilize every second of your life profitably.
Live every moment of your life for the realization of your ideal goal. Do not procrastinate that tomorrow will never come. Do not think like that. Now or never, do not think like that. This morning, I urge you, abandon idle gossip, because we have become a nation of old talk and we lack positive actions. I say to you, in your quest to become a better human being and a better person in this year, in the value of time, kill the egoism. As a nation, as a Trinidadian, as a Tobagonian, Krishna, we have so often been described as being lazy people. Lazy. This is how the world, this is how Caribbean people see us. This is how they see us. This is why so many businesses today gravitate to the Venezuelans and the Spanish and all these people. Kill the egoism, please, as a nation. Kill the laziness and inertia. Today is a day I say to you, we have come through some of the most terrible times in the past. Forget the past. Let us forget last year. That's gone. A glorious and brilliant future is awaiting you. Is awaiting you. Listen to me. Equal vision is a touchstone of knowledge. Unselfishness is a touchstone of virtue. Discipline in a nation is the touchstone of ethics. In a nation that is lacking ethical value and spiritual values. Discipline. Rediscipline ourselves. Rediscipline this nation. Rediscipline our children. Rediscipline the street dwellers. Rediscipline everyone, the taxi drivers. Send a message from the highest offices of the need to rediscipline the streets of the country. Rediscipline the young boys and girls in the schools. This is why this morning I'm featuring now two beautiful young girls, my godchildren. One is a third-year university student in arts and so on. And the next one is a second-year university student. Shalini and her sister, Renata. Because I want them to send a message that the young minds can do better for themselves. And this is why I say to you, we have to teach the world to our children and teach the country through our children. Equal vision is the touchstone of knowledge. Unselfishness is the touchstone of virtue. Discipline is the touchstone of ethics. And oneness is the touchstone of self-realization. Not just of God, self-realization of ourselves as a people, as a nation. People and as a nation. From arrogant leadership in this country, we must tell the nation that humility is the touchstone of devotion, and that we should bring God back, not just show. Sati, there are some seats in front here.
Bring God back into our lives. Bring God back into our country. This is why I say to you this morning, as a nation, be unselfish. As an individual, be humble and pure. But the one thing I would like to know and see in my nation and amongst my children in the nation, my parents in the nation, my political leaders and all in governance and opposition and everything, senators and everyone else, priests and pundits and imams and everyone else. The one thing I would like to see them do is to develop equality of vision. Develop the equity in our country. Don't divide us. And to do this, we have to once more be in tune with the infinite. To be in tune with the infinite. Brothers and sisters, those of you sitting here will understand my words this morning. You will know why I become so emotional when I want to see the course and direction of my nation changed. And I can only change, and we can only change the course and direction of our nation when we tell our young boys and girls, when you go to school this week, don't pull knives and stab one another. Don't rip one another blouses and shirts and pants and all these different things and throw each other in the canals, Bisham. But use the key elements to be in tune with the infinite. To rebuild this nation, we have to understand how important it is to rebuild this nation through our young daughters and sons. So before I introduce these two young ladies to address you this morning, let me ask you to sing a beautiful Shiva Bhajan, not a very lengthy bhajan, a Shiva Bhajan, to satisfy your Guru this morning. Put the podium there, Mickey.
कर्पूर गरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम संसारावसंतम हृदयादविन्दे भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराली, हे भोलेनाथ, हे भोलेनाथ, हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। जाने वो जिसने तेरी मन में लगाए। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। तेरी शरण में जो भी आया उसको मिले तेरी करुणा की छाया। बिन मांगे जो सब कुछ पाले। जिसने तेरा ज्ञान लगाए। तेरा वचन नहीं काली न जाए। तेरा वचन नहीं काली न जाए। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ, हे भोलेनाथ, हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। संकट मोचन हे जगदाता। तू ही सभी का भाग विधाता। ये सृष्टि भरे वार है तेरा। जन जन से है तेरा नाता। जग बगिया है तू ही माली। जग बगिया है तू ही माली। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ
मेरी महिमा गाएंगे।
शंभो तेरे खेल निराले। तेरा लिखाना कोई तारे। भक्त जनों को अमृत बातें और कुदीता विष के प्यारे। तेरी छवि मैंने मन में बसा ले। तेरी छवि मैंने मन में बसा ले। हे भोलेनाथ तेरे महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। जाने वो जिसने तेरी लगन न लगाए। जाने वो जिसने तेरी लगन न लगाए। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा निराले। हे भोलेनाथ तेरी महिमा। नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय।
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय।
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya.
जय शंकर भगवान महाराज की जय. God bless. Thank you, Bishop. Take out the Hanuman Chalisa when you're ready for it. My dear devotees, Udesh and his wife Vidya have been very, 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 very dear devotees of this ashram, and two of my most loving and dedicated shishyas to Guru Mai and I. Vidya, where are you? Please stand. Where is Udesh? Please come, both of you come this way. Come stand here. Come stand here. Come, Vidya. Stand right by the podium there. One moment. Good. Shalini Munesar is a final year student at the University of the West Indies. And she is currently pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Theatre Arts. Where is Shalini? Come, child. Come and stand by the podium with your mommy and daddy standing behind you. Because this is what it should be like. Children should know that we as parents always stand by the podium, child. Stand in front. Right. And Renata is a second year student at the University of the West Indies. Very classy young lady, and she's pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Marketing Special with a minor in International Relations. Come, child. Please come and stand with your sister. And my child. Come, child. While all of them are my children, but this one is my special child. Right. This is why this morning I want the nation to understand and the nation to see how as parents and families we stand as the pillars of our children and we make them exemplars because of our lives. That's the message, Kamal Ratan, we need to send to the world. And this is the message that I will be sending in 21 nights of Ramayana that I am doing across the country with this message in mind. This is why Harry is here someplace. Harry? Right. From Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of this week, we will be in Arangwes, opposite Maharaj Supermarket, Krishna, at the home of Sri Hariji, the Dukhan family. Sri Dukhanji, who passed away, he was a very dedicated devotee of this ashram, Hari's daddy. And Hari is here this morning to specially invite, and he will specially invite you personally to attend the Ramayana at his home, commencing on Wednesday. 3 nights dedicated to his father. So this morning, I want to introduce to you the Munesar family. And not just the daughters. See, when I see these things, I become very emotional, you know. Not just the daughters, but the family of the Munesar family is sending a message for me to their children this morning across the country. I now invite
Shalini and Renata to address you all. Stay right there, Betty. Stay right there by your children. You can give them the mic to hold. Show them. Make sure the mic is on. Go ahead.
Sitaram to Guruji and Gurumai, to the online audience of both the Socorro Hindu Mandir on Facebook, the listening audience of Classic Radio, and viewers on their Facebook page, and last but not least, you, the family of the Socorro Hindu Mandir, who is here with us in person this morning. I am Renata Munisa.
And I am Shalini Munisa.
As members of the Socorro Hindu Mandir family, my sister Shalini and I are grateful to be given this opportunity to do this speech. I personally couldn't have been more excited to share my knowledge to the youths of Trinidad and Tobago and all other international viewers on Facebook.
Within the past decade, a prevalent topic being discussed has been the overwhelming amount of youth that have been engaging in violent activities. Such activities can range from gun violence, aggressive behavior such as fighting, drug usage. It is evident that these behaviors are being harnessed in small-scale gangs at schools and even small communities. Such actions are being praised by peers and seen as cool, as youths nowadays are aspiring to be zessers, a term which means a person who is lazy and does little work but enjoys partying, consuming alcohol, and doing drugs. This person may also engage in gun violence. Can we blame them for idolizing this sort of lifestyle when multiple local, regional, and international artists sing and glorify about this lifestyle?
However, we must ask ourselves where did this behavior stem from? It occurs through a vicious cycle that is continuously repeated. These violent actions are a result of abuse, what is portrayed or glorified through the media, toxic households or communities, socioeconomic factors, and genetics. Through adults and the environment, children are taught how to interact with one another. It is up to the adults to guide the youths to live a positive and successful life. But what happens if there's an adult that is unwilling or unavailable to guide a child? The child will turn to assistance from a safe space, which is a place or environment in which persons can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, or any other emotional or physical harm. The youth of this day must be able to detect a toxic environment or relationship. There must be a need or desire for betterment in oneself and one's situation in life.
What can a child do to better develop themselves? Education. It is only through education that a young individual would recognize that they can have a successful life without violence and break free of this vicious cycle. Education equips a person with skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, self-expression, and communication. This provides an avenue for persons to build themselves and secure a future where these skills can be applied daily. Instead of having the young creative minds feed negativity, nurture it to be successful through education. The youths of today exist in the most technically advanced environment in which knowledge is freely available. Recognize that education is powerful as it unlocks a pathway filled with success and positivity. Staying on the path of violence would not only result in sorrow, but places the individuals at a great disadvantage or creates limitations in life. Hence, the cycle must be broken. Through education, violence would be prevented as persons would become knowledgeable enough to diffuse a situation through the use of problem-solving skills. Critical thinking can provide solutions, and communication can assist in clear interaction. As a student and practitioner in theater arts, I learned how important the arts can be to education. Persons quickly absorb information that is presented and easily apply it to situations. Unhealthy behaviors portrayed in the different media platforms can influence persons to interact and think differently. The behavior becomes normalized as many artists openly display guns, drugs, and physical aggression, such as fighting. The youth must recognize the type of behaviors they are adopting through these media forums. Education allows persons the ability to decipher and create a positive message that can be shared amongst their community. With the creation and altering of the negative messages, another form of education occurs where youths begin to educate one another on the positive behavior and mindset that one should have. But it is up to the youths to create a safer environment with the use of education, therefore breaking the cycle.
In addition to education, we strongly encourage that youths gear themselves towards a more spiritual environment to develop themselves holistically. Develop stronger relationships with your spiritual leaders so that whenever life becomes challenging or if we see our fellow peers struggling, we can encourage them to reflect on God or their spiritual principles for guidance. As a university student myself, I can speak firsthand of the unbecoming behaviors I have witnessed from some of my peers, such as substance abuse when they are stressed during midterms or exam season. Albeit, while it is stressful coming home late from night classes, then having to do homework and assignments in time for my morning classes the next day, I can sympathize with those who end up dropping out of school and depending on other unethical means to get by day to day. What helped me was whenever I felt stressed or I noticed my mental health wavering because of the pressure that I was under, I turned to God, the comforter of hearts. I listened to the Hanuman Chalisa and instantly felt all the bottled up anxiety of not being able to meet my deadlines wash away. It was hard at first, admittedly, moving away from the online forum and having to go to in-person classes. The switch was really shocking because for the first year, I would sit at the laptop in the comfort of my own home and do classes. But overnight, I had to move away from my family home and become dependent on myself, something I have never really done before. So the adjustment of being in a whole new environment and having to handle a lot of schoolwork on my own was really hard at first. But by incorporating the small gesture of listening to the Hanuman Chalisa into my daily routine, I was able to make it through the semester.
As youths, the power lies within us to change ourselves. We have to hold ourselves accountable for the state of the country. We are, in fact, the future, and I fear that the future would be burdened with even more violence and challenging situations. We are closing off yet another year with the country experiencing another escalation in murder rates from 448 in 2021 to over 600 in 2022. We have a responsibility to educate our peers on the consequences of youth violence and guide them to a more positive life. By educating them in not only the facts of the matter, but also the need to have a firm spiritual foundation to draw on and help them to better develop themselves and give them an avenue to ease their frustrations in a healthy and holistic way. Only then can we make the shift to develop a healthier society for the youths.
Thank you all for your undivided attention. We hope that you could take this message and relay it to your peers or anyone that you know is struggling, and we wish you all a very happy new year.
Thank you very much, the Munesar family. Please take your seats, children. Thank you. Thank you. And this is what I'm saying to you. And this is what my 21 nights of Ramayana will be like. Already, the Maharaj family in Shagonas, Mr. Frankie and Malin, have already indicated to us they are giving us their car park where they will host us for one night. I thank you, Frankie. All I know that the boss lady made the decision. God bless. Malin, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I said, this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I'll be at the guest of Hari. Can you please stand? Let everybody see your son. And on behalf of Hari Dukan, whose father I always called Papa, we are going to Hari's home. And we want to invite all of you, as many of you as possible, to join us in the Satsangh for 3 nights in honor and memory of Papa. So thank you, Harry. Thank you. It's opposite Maharaj Supermarket in Petadil in Aranguez. So please bear that in mind. We are going to sing the Hanuman Chalisa. After the Hanuman Chalisa is sung, I am going to give a blessings. As you all know, as a bhakt of Kali Mata, we must give thanks to the mother. And Brahmachari Shivanand will sing one bhajan for me for that. I have about 140, 150 coconuts outside. I want to thank Rashid and Rishma. They are from Bharataria. You always hear me praising them. Parvati Roti Shop. And I always like to support the people who support us. Parvati Roti Shop. Excellent food. Blessings, child. So I want to thank them for donating the coconuts this morning. I want to thank my brother Poye and Sati for prasad and sweets and so on this morning. Sati Bharat, Satanan Enterprises, Mr. Poye Sharma from Poye's Parts World in Bamboo, who did such human service with Gurumai and I to help us to go to so many homes and to distribute the hampers and the toys and everything else that you gave us for the children and the people in need in the floods that took them. Thank you, Bhaiji. Thank you. So, Nikki is there, Niran and Vijay. These guys are the managers now at the Mandir that will take charge in the future and very soon. So we are giving 1 coconut per family. But if we have remaining extras, we will burst the coconuts. But the first coconut, when we go to burst it, I want Rishma and Rashid to burst their coconut first. Let them make the first offering. Outside we're going. I'll tell you when. So, please stand. Kamal, thank you very much, my brother, for your lovely words this morning to me. Purnahuti Beti. As we offer this Purnahuti to be followed by the Hanuman Chalisa and the Hanuman Chalisa Arti. Please join me with your hands clasped. Hari Om Ramadutaya Vidmahe Vayuputraya Dhimahi Tanu Hanumat Prachodayat. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhayam Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sri Sargum Vai Purnagam Sargum Vai Purnagam Sargum Vai Purnam Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha Achman. Om Achyutai Vira Anantai Vira Govindai Bhyo Namo Namaha. Vanaspati Rasutra Bhuta Gandhakshu Gandhukrama Algri Sarvadevanam Dupdanam Samarpayami. बोले श्री अगिन भगवान महाराज की जय। बोल बजरंग बली हनुमान की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। सत्य सनातन विश्व धर्मा शांति की जय।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोजर जा निज मन मुकुर सुरा हरनो रघुवर विमल जस जो ध्याये एक पलचार बोधहीन तन जानी के सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि वेद्या देहो महे अरहु कले शविकार अरहु कले शविकार जय कपीश त्रिभुलोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुतना महावीर विक्रम बजरंग गुमत निवार सुमति के संग कंचन वदन विराज सुभीषा कानल कुंडल कुंठित केश हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराज कांधे मोज जनेऊ साज शंकर सुवर केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज कर बेको आतुर प्रभु चरित सुन बेको रसिया राम लगन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियाहि दिखावा विगत रूप धरि लंक जराव भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार रामचंद्र के काज सवार लाय सजीवन लखन जियाय श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाय रघुपति की बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि समभाई सहस बदन तुम जस गाओ हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगाओ सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीश नारद सारद सहित हरि यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाद कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहत तुम उपकार सुग्रीवन कीना राम मिलाय राजपद दीन तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण मान लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जनपद भान ले लो ताहि मधुर फल जान प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरे मुख माहे जल लाज गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेत सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे पेट राम दुआरे तुम रखवा होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसार सब सुख लहे तुम्हारे शरण तुम रक्षत काहो को डर आपन तेज समारो आप तीनों लोक हाथ के काप भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुना नासरो गहरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतन हनुमत वीर संगत से हनुमान छुरा मन क्रम वचन जान जोला। सब भर राम तपस्वी राजा, इनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लाभ, सोई अमित जीवन फल पाए। चारो जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियार। साधु संत के तुम रखवार, असुर निकंदन राम दुलार। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दास। तुम्हारे भजन राम को गाओ, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरा। अंधकाल रघुबर पुर जा, जहाँ जन्म हरि भाग का। हर देवता चित न धरहि, अनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिर हनुमत बल। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाय। जो सत पार पात कर दो, छूट ही बंदी महासुख हो। जो यह भर हनुमान चालीसा, कोई से दिशा की गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचरण, की जय नाथ जय महादेव। की जय नाथ जय महादेव। की जय नाथ। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूरति रो। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय 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 बसाओ। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
मुनि मुनि रे, जय जय गणेश भगवान, जय जय गणेश भगवान। गणेश भगवान जय जय गणेश भगवान। गणेश भगवान जय जय गणेश भगवान। अम्मा देवी अम्मा, हरे अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। मुनि मुनि रे अम्मा मुनि मुनि, मुनि मुनि रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा काली अम्मा। हरे अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा। जय जय धरती माता, जय जय धरती माता। धरती माता जय जय धरती माता। धरती माता जय जय धरती माता। अम्मा देवी अम्मा, हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा। हरे अम्मा सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ सरस्वती माँ जय जय सरस्वती माँ अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय हनुमान बाबा जय जय हनुमान बाबा हनुमान बाबा जय जय हनुमान बाबा हनुमान बाबा जय जय हनुमान बाबा अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा मुनि मुनि रे अम्मा मुनि 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 रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा काली अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय राम भगवान जय जय राम भगवान राम भगवान जय जय राम भगवान राम भगवान जय जय राम भगवान अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय काली माता जय जय काली माता काली माता जय जय काली माता काली माता जय जय काली माता अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय का तेरी माँ 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 अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय लक्ष्मी माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता लक्ष्मी माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता लक्ष्मी माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय दी बाबा जय जय दी बाबा दी बाबा जय जय दी बाबा दी बाबा जय जय दी बाबा अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय भवानी माता जय जय भवानी माता भवानी माता जय जय भवानी माता भवानी माता जय जय भवानी माता अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा मारी अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा और अम्मा काली अम्मा रे अम्मा देवी अम्मा रे अम्मा जय जयकार भैरव बाबा जय जयकार भैरव काल भैरव बाबा जय जय काल भैरव बाबा जय जय काल भैरव बाबा यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा मुनि मुनि रे यम्मा मुनि 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 रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे यम्मा मार यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय दुर्गा माता जय जय दुर्गा माता दुर्गा माता जय जय दुर्गा माता दुर्गा माता जय जय दुर्गा माता यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे अम्मा
Please hold your hands together. Om softly. Asatoma Satgamay. Tamasorma Jyotirgamay. Mityurma Amritam Gamay. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. सर्वेशम पूर्णम भवतु सर्वेशम शांति भवतु ओम भद्रं कर्णभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पक्षम्यक्षविजयत्रे स्थिर्यंगश्चित्वा सन्तभिष्टमी देवा इदयं यदाहो सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वात्र साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणायेति नमस्तुते ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किंच जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्वक्तेन भूञ्जितः मा गृद्धः कस्य स्विधनम् ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति. As we continue to sing the bhajan, those of you who wish to come and offer my arti and song, after which you go through the side door, the organization manager and others will show you the coconuts are there, and you will be given one coconut, and immediately we will offer our coconut at the feet of the Hanuman Baba. Please come first and offer your arti before you go outside. Jai! Sing the Hanuman bhajan. Bole bole Hanuman.
जय जय कत्यायनी माँ जय जय कत्यायनी माँ कत्यायनी माँ जय जय कत्यायनी माँ कत्यायनी माँ जय जय कत्यायनी माँ यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय गंगा माता जय जय गंगा माता गंगा माता जय जय गंगा माता गंगा माता जय जय गंगा माता यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय वै देही माता जय जय वै देही माता वै देही माता जय जय वै देही माता वै देही माता जय जय वै देही माता यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा मुनि मुनि रे यम्मा मुनि 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 रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे यम्मा काल यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा रे अम्मा जय जय मुन्नीश्वरा जय जय मुन्नीश्वरा मुन्नीश्वरा जय जय मुन्नीश्वरा मुन्नीश्वरा जय जय मुन्नीश्वरा यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा काल यम्मा रे यम्मा देव यम्मा और यम्मा मार यम्मा रे यम्मा
ओम बजरंगबली की, बोल पवन पुत्र हनुमान की। भोले भोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। बोल बजरंगबली की जय। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, दंश बनी कान्हा की बंसी। राम ही माया राम ही गाने कंगन में श्री राम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान। लिपट लिपट के राम चरण में, आंखों में गंगा जल बल। श्री राम को क्षमाशील है, पापों को स्वीकार कर। श्री राम के चरण कमल ने जैसे मृत्यु काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले 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 हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। बोल बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया। बोल बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया। दुनिया को ब्रह्मा जले मूर्ख, राम ही पार लगाए नहीं। राम की चरणों में ही तू पाएगा विश्राम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान। बोल बजरंगबली की, बोल पवन पुत्र हनुमान की। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले बोले हनुमान। Anybody have any prasad? Chacha, we could come up in front, please. Raguvira Ranadhira Raguvira Ranadhira Raghunatha Jagannatha Raghunatha Jagannatha Ramachandra Raghuvira Ramachandra Ranadhira Ramachandra Hare Ramachandra Raghuvira Ramachandra Ranadhira Ramachandra Hare Ramachandra Raghuvira Ramachandra रणधीर रघुवीर रणधीर रघुवीर रणधीर रघुवीर रणधीर रघुवीर रणधीर रामचंद्र हरे रामचंद्र ओ रामचंद्र रघुवीर रामचंद्र रणधीर रामचंद्र रघुवीर रामचंद्र रणधीर रामचंद्र रघुनाथ रामचंद्र जगन्नाथ रामचंद्र रघुनाथ रामचंद्र जगन्नाथ रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रामचंद्र रामचंद्र रघुनाथ रामचंद्र रघुनाथ रामचंद्र रघुराम रामचंद्र परदाम रामचंद्र रघुराम रामचंद्र रणदान रघुराम परनाम रघुराम परदाम रघुराम परदाम रघुराम परदाम रामचंद्र हरे रामचंद्र रामचंद्र रघुवीर रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र मम बंधु रामचंद्र दया सिंधु रामचंद्र मम बंधु रामचंद्र दया सिंधु मम बंधु दया सिंधु मम बंधु दया सिंधु मम बंधु दया सिंधु मम बंधु दया सिंधु रामचंद्र 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 रघुवीर रामचंद्र रामचंद्र रघुवीर रामचंद्र रणधीर रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रघुनाथ जगन्नाथ रघुराम परदाम रघुराम परदाम मम बंधु दया सिंधु मम बंधु दया सिंधु रामचंद्र 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 रघुवीर रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र रघुवीर रामचंद्र श्रीरा राधे 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 गोविंदा वृंदावन चंदा अनाथनाथा दीना बंधु राधे गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा वृंदावन चंदा अनाथनाथा दीना बंधु राधे गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा वृंदावन चंदा अनाथनाथा दीना बंधु राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवन किशोरा राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवन किशोरा राधे गोविंदा वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद पूर्ण पुरुष पुण्य श्लोक राधे गोविंद पूर्ण पुरुष पुण्य श्लोक राधे गोविंद पूर्ण पुरुष पुण्य श्लोक राधे गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद पंडरनाथ पांडुरंगा पंडरनाथ पांडुरंगा पंडरनाथ पांडुरंगा राधे गोविंद पंडरनाथ पांडुरंगा राधे गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद जय जय विठला जय हरि विठला राधे गोविंद जय जय विठला जय हरि विठला राधे गोविंद जय जय विठला जय हरि विठला राधे गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद वृंदावन चंद्र अनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद 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 त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धे पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वालोकमेव वन्दनात् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमागृतात् त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धे पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वालोकमेव वन्दनात् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमागृतात् त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वालोकमेव वन्दनात् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमागृतात् Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Karpudagaram Karnavataram Sansadasaram Bhujagendraharam Karpudagaram Karnavataram Sansadasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Riyavavinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Sanandamanana Davane Basantam Vrinavapadam Papa Brindam Sanandamadana Davani Basantam Ananda Kandam Papa Brindam Faranshinatam Mamanatam Shri Vishwanatham Sharanam Prabhad Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Abantikayam Vidhit Paratam Mukti Pradayana Chaha Sajanam Abhantikayam Vidhita Bhatarang Mukti Pradayana Chaha Sajanam Akala Mityu Padikshanatam Vande Makalam Mahasuresham Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Nagendrahara Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nagendrahara Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nitya Sudaya Digambaraya Tasminakaraya Mahashivaya Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Hara 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 Shambho 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 Shiva Madeva Shambho Shambho Shambho